Welcome to Just Vibey Vibes. Let's talk about regret and growth. Okay, so sometimes people say, "Oh, do not regret, don't regret, don't regret, don't regret, don't regret." I'm not gonna tell you not to regret. I'm gonna say try not to regret things. So as you grow older, you start realizing that most of the things, some things that you regretted then, maybe it was a good thing that happened. Now when you look back on your life, you see all the things and you see the reason why things happen, you learn lessons from them. But what I'm going to say, there are some things that you're going to do that you're going to regret. So in life, you have to decide, am I going to regret this? What is important to you? That's where the growth comes in. When you're older, you understand that you cannot just do things like anyhow. You're not a child anymore. You're not a teenager anymore. Even if you can learn this before you're a teenager, like when you're a teenager, then you are gonna be ahead of your time. That's why you see some people that are younger, but they have a wisdom of someone that is older, that is above their age. I think there's this little boy that does motivational speaking. I think I had one of his videos on my Instagram. I don't know. If I see it, I'm just going to play a little bit of clip because I don't, just a little bit of him.
If it's negative people, delete them. If it's negative memories, delete it. Because if you go into the new year with all of these negative things and if you keep holding on to them, then they're going to do nothing but drag you back. So take it all and reverse it. Add positive things, add positive people, add positive memories, because all of that is just going to push you up towards your mission, up towards your goal.
So at any age, you can be wise beyond your age. But it depends on what you have learned around you, your surrounding, what you have seen. Some people absorb things fast, and children, they are like sponge. So one thing you need to learn, now, I don't know what I talk about children, but one thing you need to learn is when it comes to regret. Try as much as possible not to do things that you're going to regret. I said it during my heartbreak video, to get over heartbreak. I did say that before you decide to break up, to break your own heart, make sure you can actually handle it. Make sure it is worth it. Make sure that the person is not worth to be in your life, number one. And number two, make sure you can actually handle it. Like you're not going to go back, because you don't want to go back. And so regrets too. The reason the regret does not mean that it's not like a relationship or things like that, or it could be about, but you cannot, it's not things that you go by, things that have already passed. But when you focus on regret, what happens is that it helps, sometimes it makes you not to move forward, because you keep on thinking that you're not going to get something better. Yeah, something might have happened, you might have handled it the wrong way. And sometimes say we only have opportunity comes but once. Sometimes opportunity can come twice though, but in different ways. So if something has happened, it has happened. If it's something that you cannot get back, it's something you cannot go back to, if it's something that you cannot work on recovering or whatever, then you have no choice but to move forward. But in this, you're moving forward. Now learn your lesson. Take your L. If it's a loss, take your L if you've lost. And then learn your lesson from your losses. Because if you don't fall, how can you know how to stand up from the ground? Exactly. If you've already fallen, you cannot go worse than that. The floor is the lowest place you can go, so it's only up from there. So if you fall, you get back up. Dust yourself up and try again, according to Aliyah. You need to start, so regrets. I wouldn't say don't regret. I would say, oh, I don't regret nothing. Nah. I know. Can look at my life. There are some things I shouldn't have done. Most times, things that I actually did for people that I trusted people on, that maybe I shouldn't have. There are some things that I shouldn't have done. There's someone that actually sent money to my account and got my account closed because the money was funny money, but I didn't know. Exactly. They wanted me to use money and get something for them, and I did, but then I didn't know that the money was funny money. So my bank closed my account. If I knew what I know now, would I have done it? No. Do I regret it? Yes, of course I regret it. I regret it. I'm not gonna lie, but a lot. Am I going to let someone not put money in my account for any reason? Nah. The moment someone put any money in my account and I see that money, I will check their name. And thank God now anyway, the good thing is that now you see names and all that. But I would, like, if someone is just put like it's not a business, it's not, it's not something, it's not my pay or thing like that, and then someone is like, oh, I want to send you money for you to help me get this. I said that I'm going to go check the name on that account. It better be your name, because if it's not your name, I ask you who has that account. There is no, I am calling my bank to just let them know that, hey, somebody has sent money and I don't understand this money. In fact, I'm even sending you back. Actually, I'll just send you back the money. I tell them, can they send that money back? I don't know where the money come from. Can they send the money back to the account that brought it, so that way, you know what I mean? Because I don't want any trouble. So you understand? So sometimes some regrets, at least there, yeah, you are supposed. I don't understand when people think that you should never regret things. You should regret things, but you should grow from them. So after regretting things, then you grow from it. When you do something bad, you regret it, you grow from it. Don't dwell on it. And at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. There's always a lesson in everything. So learn whatever lesson you need to learn from that regret that you've had and move forward from it. If you treat someone wrongly, maybe some people regret, mostly some people, it has to do with human relationships. So let's say you treat someone bad in a relationship, the person left you, now you regret it. The person does not want you again. The person does not want you again. Now, what did you learn from it? Can you now put that and take your time? When you find someone that is another person that is worth it, can you now take that lesson that you've learned and move forward? Not go and do exactly the same thing. You know, that's where growth comes in. So if you can take that lesson, move it to the next person, and use that lesson on that person, and then now treat the person better, then now you would not have any need to regret again. But if you want to see, oh, how much that person can take, you're going to regret it. I saw these tweets today. I don't know why this came to mind now. That someone said that, I'm going to put it, it's from the Shade Room. And someone said that he wanted to give his girl time to miss him for 2 days, so he didn't call her for 2 days, or maybe picked her call maybe for 2 days. He wanted to maybe set her straight, or whatever the word he used. I'm going to put the tweet by the side right now. You will be seeing the tweet. He said by the time he checked, she was on holiday with another person. But as someone said on the comments, you mean 2 months, right? Because sometimes people will say, oh, it's just 2 days. Nah, they've been misbehaving for a long time. Maybe they've not been checking on the girl for 2 days straight, 3 days straight, and then they will check, the girl will beg and this, that, and then they keep on doing it. And now the girl is like, okay, some people, they're not going to, the way they're going to get over you is to get in a relationship with another person. I talked about that too in my How to Get Over Heartbreak. So now someone else now is giving her all the sweet words while you're playing with her. So now she's like, okay, now maybe the person wants to go on holiday, and she's like, I'm not sure. And then you start your whole drama again. She's like, okay, yeah, let's go on holiday. Or then maybe now she has time, because she has time now to date someone else. Sometimes people are thinking, oh, the girl is now, she might not be cheating at first. It might have been your stupid behavior that have made her. Why do you think it is okay for you to just blank somebody for 2 days and think you're just going to come back and the person is just going to be there begging and waiting for you? Like, you know, so all those kind of things now, I hope he regrets it now. And obviously he regrets, he tweeted about it, but now I hope he learns his lesson from it, so that when he gets into his next relationship, if he actually values the person, then he would know how to treat the person. And not giving her 2 days of no conversation to see how she's going to react. So there should be always growth in life. No matter what lesson, no matter where you go. I know like growth should be continuous, not only for regret, but when you have regrets, you need to learn from it. Don't dwell on it. Now people will dwell on it. Some people now, they had this person that was everything. You know, like I would always say relationship, I feel like is where sometimes people stay and stuck for a long time. Because if it's a job, bills will be calling on you. You gotta look for another job. You know what I mean? You might regret that big job that you did not get to, but you gotta look. Even if it's cleaning job, you're gonna look for that cleaning job and you're gonna do it. Whatever job you're gonna find, if it's arranging people's drawers, you're gonna arrange people's drawers and you're gonna do it. If it is waitressing, you're gonna do it. If it's care, you're gonna do it. If it's anything, you're gonna do. While you're thinking about that job that was going to be paying you £6,000 that you missed, you know what I mean? But you're gonna do something because you need to survive. So when it comes to other things, people move on. Sometimes it's when it comes to relationship with humans that people don't move on from. And I can understand you having regrets because you messed up. It is okay. But now don't dwell on it though. Don't dwell on it. Because now you've messed up. What did you do wrong? Focus on your life. Take your time and be a better person. And then when you have become a better person, you feel like now you're ready. Because you need to, every time you need to be checking yourself, am I good enough today? Like, am I going to make somebody happy? Am I going to be the best person to somebody? Am I going to be like, if you're a woman, am I going to be a good wife? to someone? If you're a man, am I going to be a good husband to someone? And if you're already married, am I a good husband? Am I a good wife? You need to check yourself to see things that you can improve, because there's always improvement. You need to communicate with your partner to see if there are things that you can change. That's where growth comes. But now, when you have done something wrong, you have messed a situation up, then you need to take your time and heal from that situation. And after healing from that situation, you need to learn, what did you do in that situation that was wrong? And then you need to take that thing now that you did that was wrong and turn it right, and then do it right now for the next person, or the next person that you actually really do like. Because, you know, someone once said this, sometimes guys do actually really fall in love once. Women might fall in love a lot of times, but really in love, that's hard. Maybe twice. I feel like, yeah, women fall in love and love. I feel like you know, the complete way, like having a complete package, like a woman, someone that they have a complete package with, someone that really treat them right and they felt good, you know, those kind of things. Sometimes I feel like in a woman's life it might be twice, because women were more open. Let me give women 3 times maybe in their lives that they can have that. Sometimes it's only once too, sometimes it's twice, sometimes it's 3 times that women can have that. But because there's love and in love, you know, there's like that serious one, and then there's the okay, there's something that you think is very serious, but when you're out of it, you're like, it wasn't even what I thought. Like, I don't feel the way I thought I felt. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just that you get comfortable in a situation. It might not even be that you are really, you know what I mean, into that situation. But someone once said that men actually do fall in love once. And I do believe that men really fall in love like once. Not like the first, no, yeah, maybe even the first relationship. Because sometimes I have lots of male friends, and I realize that men sometimes are stuck. When I speak to them, there's one person in their life, sometimes one of their ex, or maybe, yeah, or somebody maybe that they dated before they married they're not ready for marriage, and they not married their wife, and you know, things like that. Because I have friends of every age, so you know what I mean, you kind of start seeing that. Sometimes I find out that mostly men are more stuck. I'm not saying women are not, but men are more stuck in the past a lot. So some, or maybe in the just immediate past. So I feel like really men do really fall in love, like deep in love once in their lifetime. Like really in love once, or maybe twice. I know, maybe I'm not this, I don't really know, but that's what I think. This is me thinking, you know. This is not facts. My thoughts, me, gift, thoughts. But I think that actually men maybe can actually really completely fall in love with someone that they feel like they can do anything for, that like their life will be incomplete, that person, that like when the person leave, like they are gonna be like, every time, from time to time, they think about that relationship. When they're in other relationship, maybe they use that relationship to gauge other relationship. Maybe they can actually maybe twice highest in their lifetime. And I feel like women maybe twice to like highest maybe 3 or 4 times, because women are more open. And then, but men, I think once. Actually, women, I think twice. But then if I'm giving them extra, I'll say men twice, and then women 4 times. That is me giving extra. And I've spoken to both sexes, and I can tell you, most times there's one. So women are stuck, and no matter what happened, they remember there's the one that they love, but there's one, you know what I mean, one that was like perfect, that brought out everything in them. You know what I mean? Same thing with men. So some of them, and men actually sometimes live us, and then they know, some men have not even found that one person. Some men have never found that one person. Some have already and passed it. Some might be lucky to get a second, some might not be. So it's something like that. So sometimes you need to understand, like, so sometimes people get stuck, that every time they're thinking about the past, so the past is not letting them move forward in the future. And sometimes I feel like, okay, if there's something that someone was doing in a relationship that you like, then the next person that you're with, do you guys need to, when they ask you what do you like in a relationship, you need to state all those things, so that that person can try bringing those things to the table, and you too, you can try bringing your own things that the person says they like in a relationship to the table, so that way then that person can now be everything. Because sometimes it's just one thing that you are missing, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's the care, sometimes it's the way the person, you know what I mean, if maybe you date someone and whenever you're on period, the person will buy this, buy that, you know, pamper you, you know, get you any, you know, things for you to be comfortable in that period. If that is it, then tell this person that this is it, so that if that person start, maybe that person did it without you telling. But if this person has some other qualities, and then that thing might be what is missing. But if you tell them, then that thing will be complete. Then maybe this person cannot be that person that you don't like, you know, like you now see as the, you know, the like the gauge of what true love and all that could be. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that, yeah, regret, things can happen in the past. There are things, relationship, or people that you might think that you've messed up with, like you messed up the situation with. But then it's not always about love, you know. It could be friendship, it could be, you know, different. It could be your studies too. You know, some people, they dropped out from school because at that moment they weren't ready, you know, because, you know, their brain, you know, sometimes they learn little drama. Let them drop out, not complete their education because they had some small drama. Maybe even sometimes, you know, things that petty drama that when they think about it now, it makes no sense. But it has happened. Now, are you going to dwell on it? If you started a business or whatever and you don't feel like going back to school, yeah, you can't dwell on it. Continue what you're doing. And if you need to go back to school, then go back to it. You know what I mean? Go back, study. Go back to uni, go back to whatever you need to do. Finish your education. If that's what you want to do. So at the end of the day, stop regretting things. Like, you can regret them, but then after regretting, what did I learn? What did I do wrong? What did I learn from here? How am I going to implement it? Then implement it to the next situation. So that's what I'm going to say. So regret is okay. It's okay to regret, but dwelling on it is not okay. So you regret, you learn, you can't take your loss, take your L. Turn that L into a lesson and then grow. So that's it. So regret, accept your loss, convert it to a lesson, and grow. So that's all for today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you some other time. Bye bye.